Hi guys, welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignertechtips.com. Well, we've done rain, we've done snow, we've done lightning, and here I've got a little meteor shower sort of animation for you. You can add it to your hero section or anywhere else you want to add it to. And as with all the others, I've done all the coding for you. It's going to be a simple copy and paste deal. Really easy to do. So let's show you how to build this. Today I'm just going to go through adding a section, making this little hero section here, adding the code, using a CSS class name to add the actual code to the section that you want, and we'll end up with this little effect right here. Really easy to do. Let's get started. I'm going to start a new page. Call it what you want. Well, I'm going to use a Divi builder. Now we're using the awesome Divi theme today. If you want to try it out, you can do so from my link below the video. But because this is CSS and JavaScript, this should work with any theme, and it'll work on Bootstrap sites, HTML sites. You'll just have to pull in the JS and CSS however way you want to do it on those sites. Well, let's get started with our Divi theme here. I'm going to start building. By default, it puts in a little section for us. I'm going to keep mine very simple, as I did with the other ones. I'm going to put a single row in there. Let's just throw a call to action in there. Obviously, put what you want your title to say there, what you want the button to say when it turns up there. The button won't turn up till we add a link down below. And here's where you put your content. So let's go into the link and make that button show up. I'm just going to put a hashtag for a placeholder. Once I do that, as you can see, the button shows up. Fantastic. I'm just going to change that color out like we did yesterday with a black. I'm going to click on the field. I'm going to bring the opacity down so the white sort of bleeds through it. When I put an image in the background, we'll be able to see the image nicely through it. But as it's a busy image, we'll still be able to read that writing clearly. Great. Well, let's save this. Let's go into our section, make it how we want it. I'm going to make mine full height and full width today, just for a bit of drama. To do that, let's firstly go into the background, always under content. We'll add the image that we want to put in there. Add the background image. That's the one I used before. I guess I'll use that one again. Great. Well, I want to make my section, like I say, full screen height and full width. It's already full width, but to make it full height, we need to go to our design. I'm going to go down to sizing. I'm going to use minimum height. That way, if you've got more content than I have on yours, it can get bigger on smaller devices. I'm going to say 100 VH for viewable height. Fantastic. I just need to scoot my little info down a little bit. To do that, let's go into spacing just down below. And I'm going to give mine about 25 viewable height at the top there. So 25 and VH after it. And that's going to work for me. Great. Well, let's get our little meteors in play. I'm going to add a little code module, a little dark button to add a new module. There's the code module right there. Okay, well, let's go over to my GitHub right here, and I'll put this link down below the video. It'll take you to this page here. We've got some CSS, and we've got a class name of Meteor that we have to give whatever section or element that we want this to appear on top of. And I'll go through this a little bit in a minute and show you how you can change things if you need to. And then we've got some JavaScript, which is actually generating the random type meteors. And again, I've put some little notes there. You can read through them. We'll adjust a little bit to see what's going on here. Copy it from the closing script tag there. Make sure you get everything. Don't miss out any of those little pointy brackets or anything, because it will not work. And we're copying it all the way up to the start of the opening style tag right there. Control C to copy, or right click and copy, however you like to do yours. So pop your cursor inside your code module there. Control V to paste. And there's all our code. Now you won't see anything while we've got the Visual Builder enabled. Once we exit the Visual Builder, you'll see this happen. But before we can make it happen, we've got to tell this section this is where we want it to happen. This is where we use that class name I mentioned before. We've got the class name of Meteor. I'm going to copy that without the dot. When you write code, it needs to, class names need to have a dot in front of them. When you apply it to module, you don't need that little dot. So it's just the word Meteor right there. Control C to copy, or you can write it in if you want. I'm going to save the code settings. I'm going to go into my section. Over to Advanced is where you'll always find CSS IDs and classes. It's a class name. Make sure you paste it in there. There we go, Meteor, or type it in. Don't put it in the ID, it won't work. Okay, well, let's save our changes now. And when we exit the Visual Builder, this should actually work. So let's hit the little purple button. I'll show you how to modify it in just a moment. Save draft or publish if you're ready. Let's exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. And I've got mine kind of zooming across the screen. I've told it not to have more than 3 on screen at once. I'm getting it to fade out after about a second, but there's a bit of a random element there. And that's a really nice effect. If people are looking at your site, that sort of thing's happening. It's going to get their eyeballs on it pretty quickly, which is what you want. So let's just take you through this code and I'll show you how you can modify this if you want to. We'll enable the Visual Builder again. We'll go down to the little code module. Now, as I mentioned in previous videos, sometimes code modules are hard to find because they don't take up a lot of real estate. If you can't get to yours, I can in my case here. You can always go to the wireframe view or back-end view if you hit your little purple button. Little icon on the left-hand side is wireframe view. It will take you to the back end where we've got our section there. We've got the row. We've got the modules within it. It's always a great way of getting to things. And it's a great way of editing. If you want to move things around, you can do it really quickly by coming to the back end here. Once you're happy, flip back to whatever view you like there. Okay. Well, as we mentioned before, we've got this class name, which is basically telling it which section or which module you want this to appear on top of. And whatever module you choose, I've chosen to hide any overflow so that it doesn't spill off down into any other modules that may be below or above there. Then we've got our actual Meteor items. It's telling it to start at the top, and I've put some notes here so you can see. And it's going to start minus 800 pixels over to the right hand side there and zoom in from there. You can make the tails as long or as short you want here. I've made mine 800 pixels. And you want to bear in mind, if you make that a bigger number, you want to make this a bigger number too, or else they'll start within the actual page instead of onto the side there. And we've got a gradient going on for the little tails there. Obviously change your colors here if you want to. And the whole animation that's making it happen is right here. And we're making them fade out after about a second. Now in the script, it's telling the amount of media. As I said, I limited mine to 3. If you want more on screen at any time, you can up this number right there. And we've got it generating random vertical positions and things like this. Put a few notes there. You're probably not going to want to change any of that script rather than the actual numbers there. So let's up that perhaps to 5. And we'll have more on screen at any one time. And let's just make them slightly skinnier by taking that down from 4 pixels to 3 pixels. We'll save our changes now. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And remember, they're going to show up once we exit the Visual Builder. There they are. And I've upped it now so you can have up to, I think it was 3 or 4 I put on there. They're slightly skinnier. And they're moving pretty quickly across there. I think I like the originals better, but that's okay. And what you could do if you wanted to, you could actually put a video behind here and have these on top of the video. I'll show you exactly how to do that. Let's re-enable the Visual Builder. I'm going to make the height back to 4 pixels as it was before. I'm going to go down to my JavaScript. I'm going to change that 5 back to 3 again. I think it was more appropriate for me at 3. And let's switch out this section background for a little video just for a bit of extra drama. So let's go back into the section itself. You know where background is under content. 4th tab along is video. I'm going to hit the little plus here. I've got some videos I've downloaded from the great free stock photo and video site pexels.com. If you click on one, it will show you an example. Let's use this one. I've got a little revolving world there. Great, and there it is. Let's see what that looks like with our little meteor shower. So I'm going to save my changes. Save the page changes again. And we'll exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. We've got our little revolving world with our little meteors zooming past them like that. Quite an eye-catching little feature. Now don't forget, all this code I'll put down below the video. Or rather, I'll put the link down below. You can click on it, come to this page here. Welcome to copy it, paste it, make it your own. So I hope you enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.